Hi Collective, this is Death's Head Tarot. Thank you for coming back, and if you haven't been to my channel before, then welcome. I'm doing a reading for the collective. There are no timestamps on my reading, so whenever you find this is whenever it applies to you. Take whatever messages resonate, and whatever doesn't, just leave for someone else. Okay, so while I was kind of getting ready for this, I was hearing a song, and I'm not sure if you would know who they are if you're not watching from Canada, but it's from the Matt Good Band. I can put down the song in the comments or note section there for me, but the line that keeps coming to my head is, "This is turning out all wrong." Okay. My destiny is turning out all wrong is what I'm hearing. That's the line from the song. So, I'm not sure. I just get messages from the imagery often. I don't always use the traditional meanings of the cards. So if you're wondering why the messages might not be matching the meaning, that's why. So something doesn't feel very balanced here. It feels as though maybe you're trying to bring it into balance with this person here, possibly. This Emperor. I am sensing that this Emperor is, to you, probably feels like maybe they come across as being very secure, very powerful, possibly a big ego, but that's not actually how they feel inside. But it's really hard to know that this is here. It's because this is the part here that's affecting you the most. Like they're very strong and they can handle anything. But you're trying to bring something here into balance. So I'm guessing that there's a power struggle going on here. I don't think that you're wanting to walk away necessarily from this, but at the same time, I do think that it probably feels very daunting to you. I mean, everything in these cards is kind of like, it feels huge. So, you know, like the Justice here, these, I can't remember what the name is of these, but the balance, what's measuring the balance feels really big. This clock face is really big. This guy is really big. So I think this feels really daunting to you because I see you here, whoever this is for. And it could be that you're not totally sure of how to maybe bring this into balance. I suspect that you probably think that it's going to take time, but maybe more time than we're really hoping for. I'm just going to ask, can you tell me a little bit more about this other person that they're dealing with here? A little bit more about their intentions, or maybe their fears and what it is that they're dealing with. It feels as though there's a lot of emphasis on them, how they feel, what affects them, how things affect them, but there's not really any understanding or even awareness that anybody else is involved. In fact, one of the things that I'm noticing in this card here is that even though I think that this is supposed to be an outfit, that's not how it's kind of presenting itself to me. How I'm actually seeing this is that it's like it's a person standing behind this guy and he doesn't even notice. He's busy paying attention to how he looks and how he's presenting himself. Like he can't even see himself here. So I don't think this person even realizes that this is happening. But I do think that it's very interesting because it's like even though they pay a lot of attention, it's about them and what they feel, they can't really see themselves. So this isn't really telling me that they are actually focused on them. It's more like they're focused on what others will perceive of them, how others will see them, how they want others to see them, even though they don't really understand who they themselves are. I just want to ask a little bit about the person that this reading is for. I don't usually take cards that fly out or that fall, just because I like to make sure that when I'm pulling them, I'm really focused on that question so that I understand how it applies. Unless, of course, it's like right in my face and I can't really ignore that. I would like to know a little bit more about this person that I'm picking up here. It is for the collective. It can come across as very specific, but that doesn't mean there isn't, it's not like only one person could possibly be going through this. So can you tell me a little bit about the person that I'm reading for today and this situation? So the first thing that I heard was hero complex. So I think this person that I'm reading for today, I think maybe what you might struggle with a little bit is the need to rescue others. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're rescuing everybody. It just means that in this particular situation, it would seem as though you are trying to rescue them. You are trying to get them to see who they actually are, where their heart actually is. But I do feel that there might be a little bit of a tendency here. Now, I don't want anybody to, be offended or upset by this, but there might be a little bit of a tendency here to also have a big persona or a version of themselves and how they see themselves. I think you might also see yourself as being able to do this really big job and not necessarily recognize how it might take a toll on you. because I also see in these cards, it's kind of like it's showing me that you are also putting on a bit of a, it's like this shield. This kind of is coming across to me like a shield. Like, you know that you need to protect yourself. Which also kind of makes it hard for you to connect with your own feelings when you have to protect yourself. And you are definitely protecting yourself emotionally. So I want to know, I guess, what is something that they both need to know here that they don't yet know? So what is something they don't know that they are needing to know? What is it that they can't see but would be helpful for them? And they see that would be helpful for them. I just want to see if I just need a little bit more light there. I think that what it is that you're needing to see, that maybe you're not necessarily, is that you're both needing to overcome these bigger than life ways of interacting or thinking in this particular situation. And the only way that can happen is if you are working together. So you need to work together to do this, to transform this. I can, I guess, outdo the other. That's really the only way I'm really picking this up here is, it's like, how much bigger can I be to kind of outpower you? And I kind of did get this feeling of this power struggle. And I feel like the song of, the destiny is turning out all wrong here. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do something necessarily, but there's definitely a way to do something that actually works better. It has a better outcome. It has an outcome that you wanted and that you're looking for. So, but you gotta put down this need to have, more knowledge, more authority, more confidence, more whatever it is down. And that's the way that's going to transform this needing to outpower each other, is by working together, by kind of, the other thing that kind of is popping into my head is like, an honest day's work. So, people who see themselves as better than others think that they don't have to actually work on the stuff. Maybe it's easy to see what's there and work on that, but on the stuff that is, I guess, it's not easy to see it. It's kind of being hidden behind I guess it'd be like a mask, their own mask. Like this person isn't able to see themselves, but this person isn't really able to see themselves either, just in a different kind of way. So it's this need to put it down and work together. And then that's how you'll be able to transform this situation. Nobody is better than the other one. And everybody has has tools or has a gift or has something to offer. If the other people can recognize that they still need to learn, that they don't know everything that they think they do, or at least more than this other person. So let me see what kind of guidance. Just trying to find some cards that might, oh, here we go. I think the roomy ones would be really good. I just got this deck and I had edged them with a Sharpie, but I noticed that it's kind of leaving a little bit of a residue on my hands, so hopefully that goes away eventually. And not all on my hands. Okay, so what is some guidance for these two in this situation? What is some words of wisdom that Spirit or the universe, whatever you want to call it, is looking to provide them to help in this situation? Okay, we'll put that one down. And then I think I would like one more. Just give me a second here. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to use this other deck here that I have. The Intuit. Hopefully you can see that. Soul Expansion Healing cards, which I feel like would be really good for this here. I'm going to shuffle them. Hopefully it's not too loud on my mic. If there's any other kinds of readings that you guys would be interested in doing, then for sure comment down below, and I'm sure that I would be able to do, you know, those kinds of readings if that's what you were looking for. Anything more specific, I guess. Okay, some guidance for these people here in this collective reading on what it is that will help them in this situation. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, clean your chest from all hostility, wash it 7 times. In the darkness of the cosmic void, the soul seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light where all is seen and understood. It must happen under cover of darkness. This is the way of nature, and it must be honored. Clear the pain from your heart. Your tears are the sacred waters that will ensure your soul shall thrive. A new phase is imminent. Well, I kind of feel like that's coming from this part here. And then this other card here is disempowerment. So I think the guidance here is recognizing that relationship, while yes, having a power, struggle phase is normal, I think that both of these people are coming into this situation right from the very beginning feeling very disempowered because of their own things. Now, that could be childhood trauma, that could be past relationships, and some of the issues that were brought forward in that might not have been, kind of dealt with. But I think that if you can kind of work through these things, process some of that pain with each other even, and recognize that you're not actually that disempowered and you are kind of projecting this onto each other. So it's not really accurate to say that this is just coming from the other person. I think maybe you are triggering each other, and it is creating a situation where you might feel, or in fact it is that this destiny of this relationship or connection is turning out all wrong, that this is not how this was supposed to turn out. So that's what I have for you. Thanks for coming and watching, and I will see you next time.